Hi you, welcome back to The Bridge. If it's your first time here, my name is Lindy. I hope you're doing well. I hope you're having an amazing day and week, and I hope that you're taking good care of yourself. But yeah, let's get right into the video. Today is the second part of the segment, um, what I wish I could have done differently in university. And like the previous video was about, first of all, I wish I could have asked more questions in lectures. But today we're moving on to the second thing I could have done differently, and that is I think it would have been a good idea for me to get a part-time job. And before I go into more detail, I'd just like to say that there are some courses I think that a part-time job would just not be feasible. Like it wouldn't make sense to have a part-time job. It wouldn't be there are some courses where you really can't maintain both a job and studying. And I don't know, maybe there are people who have done it, but courses like actuarial sciences, right? Courses like medicine or engineering, where you either have to be in class most of the day, or there is just so much work to do and to study, and it's just so intense that having a part-time job would not be a good idea long term. Every university course is demanding, but there are some courses where you can stretch to have a part-time job. And I think it would have been a good idea for me to do this. And I'm going to give you several reasons why I think it would have been a good idea. The first is, of course, money. It's really nice as a university student to be making your own money, because then you can use it to do things that you need or that you want. So if you want to live a certain lifestyle, like you want to be traveling or you want to be visiting new places, or you just want to on a random day just go out and go see the beach and go, go explore, go to a new restaurant, then having extra money would really be like really cool. And it also just helps that, help you feel more financially independent. So that's the first perk of having a part-time job. It's just more money to do the things that you need and that you want. The second reason that I think it would have been a good idea to have a part-time job is you can start building financially. And what I mean by that is you go through university, right? And then after university, you're either applying for a job, or some of you might want to start a business, or, there is just something that you're going to do after university. And it would be nice, right? It's always nice to have an amount of money that can be used to aid you in whatever project you desire to pursue after university. So, for example, let's say you're in university right now, and after university, you want a job. Chances are it might be in a completely different city to home. So, the apartment will want a rental deposit. Or you might want to get a car to transport yourself from work and back. And so it's going to be that deposit, right? Um, you might be moving into a new apartment and you want to buy small things, small appliances. Even if that 500 Rand buys you a new kettle and a new iron, right? That's going to help you in one way or another. That 500 Rand that you've saved, it will help. If you want to start a new business after varsity, right? Let's say it's after varsity and you're thinking, I want to go into business. Then you can use that money that you've saved over that time to buy small things, necessities that you need for your business, whether it's airtime for your phone in order to call people, whether it's ingredients that you need in order to start baking, whether it's, the once again data that you need in order to set up your Instagram account and to start advertising, or it can be used for a new wardrobe, professionally, in order to buy yourself the clothes, in order to go work, and shoes, and like professional clothing and things like that. Because honestly, chances are in university you don't have professional clothing. I didn't have professional clothing. So, just buying that now and again, really would would help in some sort of way. The third reason to get a part-time job would be because it adds to your CV, and it adds it shows that you have certain skills or certain characteristics, right? So for example, if you did something in waitering, you can show like I'm consistent, I'm dedicated, I work hard, like I have customer care experience, I can work with people. Also, a part-time job will help with showing that you have experience in some industry, even if it's customer care, even if it's a call center. You can show, look, I have experience in this, I've done this before. And guys, it will help you in one way or another. It will help you. The last reason why I would have probably had a part-time job is to meet new people, right? Is to meet people, is to make connections, is to be networking, because you never know where your job is going to come from. And so you could be a waitress and you're busy serving someone, and they go, hey, like I have a business and I'm looking for someone, and would you be open to, I don't even know if that's legal. Even in your job, it's just for people to get to know who you are and your qualities and how you work, is already getting your name out there and who you are out there, so that people know who you are. Yeah, so I just like to end off by suggesting like different part-time jobs. I think the easiest way to start is to look for internal vacancies at your university. So the university is usually looking for people maybe to answer the calls or to work in some capacity, do admin work or work in this office. First start with your with internal vacancies, and the university is very understanding because they understand that it's a student, so they have classes, they have exams, they have tests, so there may be times that they're not here, but it's a good way to start your job search. And the way to find internal vacancies is simply to type the university name on a Google search and write vacancies or internal vacancies, and it will show you, and then you can follow your links and you'll find the available jobs that are there. Another thing is you can be a tutor. If you did really well at a module, then they are usually at the end of the year, watch out in your email for like adverts for a tutoring position, and then you can apply for that. Other things that you could be doing, if you have a car, you could be doing deliveries. Just watch out for the safety aspect of that. But I did meet postgraduate students who were doing Uber and Bolt and were doing deliveries and things. You could also do au pairing. So this is in your part-time, you take care of children, or you help them with your homework. If you were good at a certain subject in high school, you could work at a tutoring center, right? And tutor mathematics or science. I know those two are usually very in demand, science and mathematics. And you could work at a tutor center. They're also usually quite they're usually aware of, like, students. Sometimes maybe here, sometimes maybe not. You can work at a call center. You can do remote work. So there are all kinds of remote work that is available online. You can check different sites like Indeed, LinkedIn, Instagram sometimes has, like, ads of remote work, companies looking for remote work. Or you can do freelancing if you're really good at a certain skill, if you're a good writer, if you're a good editor, if you like editing videos and things like that, you can do that as well. Once again, I'll caution you, be careful of job advertisements on social media sites like Instagram. Just be careful overall, and don't pay money before, or don't pay money for a job interview, because those are scams. I also know that there are companies who are looking for people to teach English online, so you could also do that. Still be careful with those companies. But you could do that, and the nice thing with that is that it can be remote, so you can literally be in your residence or in your flat or at home teaching a student English, and you'll be paid for that. You can be a waiter or a waitress, but it's not just a waiter or a waitress that are needed. You can also be a pot wash, and the pot wash is the person behind the scenes who washes the dishes. If you are attending university and you're close to your high school and you were good at a certain sport, so for example, you were great at soccer or netball or hockey, you can, see if they're advertising a post for a coach, and you can go back to your high school and you can coach a sport or anything that you were good at. You can do that. Something that is very, very common that I would also classify a part-time job, or like, as students we call it a side hustle, but it really is like a part-time job, is students will do hair, right? So if you know how to do hair, if you know how to plait, then you can advertise yourself on Instagram or on WhatsApp, and just like word goes around campus, word goes around societies that you're active in. Other people do nails. If you know how to do nails, other people do photography for graduations, and they advertise themselves and they say, hi, I take pictures, this is how much I take pictures for. This is all just to say, I'm not forcing you to get a part-time job, and it really is a decision that you need to make with wisdom, looking at whether or not you have the capacity to do it. Looking at, look, if you want to prioritize your schoolwork and you don't think you'll be able to juggle both your schoolwork and a part-time job, then maybe it's not the best idea that you get a part-time job. And when at university is your priority. So make the decision with wisdom. But if you think, hey, like I usually don't have anything to do during holidays, or I usually, I get my work done fast, or there is really something that I want to do aside from this, you can start your own business, a side hustle, any other idea that you have. So put a comment down below if you are studying medicine, actual science, engineering, or any other course. Write in the comments whether you think it would be possible, or whether it would be a good idea to try and balance your course with a part-time job. Secondly, if you are someone who has had a part-time job while studying, write in the comments how you do it. How do you balance it, right? How do you keep academics as a priority? Is it worth it? And if you have any other ideas of what other part-time jobs that students in university can have that won't clash too much with their academic schedule, then please also give those suggestions in the comments box down below. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope you have an amazing day and week further. I'll see you. Bye.